Welcome to another segment with your brother Cash, caring about situations heavily. Dr. Pearson-Rahtu, preordained 1179 AD, in theology and logistic thoughts thereof. These are just concepts of frequencies. That's all. Concepts of frequency is the number of times a repeating event occurs per unit time, equaling one circle per second of the unit that it is. That is in U. As a U in it unit, we only talking about concepts of frequencies. With time relationship, the frequency and period are investably related. Do as well, a higher frequency means a shorter period time with relationship. The unseen matter that exists is the result of the action of being within that specific frequency, and that specific period in time gives the exact mathematical expression to the action being the type of frequencies that you are. Here with your brother Cash, Dr. Pearson-Rahtu, preordained 1179 AD, in theology and logistic thoughts thereof, with the audible frequencies ranging roughly through 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, depending on the sound pitch. Remember that later on, through the visible light frequencies, that's approximately gives off 400 trigger hertz, or to 790 trigger hertz, being the violet. Can you dig that? That's like data transmission. You know, higher frequencies can carry more data, but may have a shorter range. It's just the frequency and the wavelengths to those relationships and proportionality of the frequencies and wavelength that are related as electromagnetic waves in a vacuum. Suck it all up. Can you dig it? Think of it as the oneness, place from which you have came to, you will have to return, an allegory of numerology and a specific and equivalent source being for your day. Can you dig that? I know you can, because you're here with your brother Cash, Dr. Pearson-Rahtu, preordained 1179 AD, in theology and logistic thoughts. By all means, don't quote me, but this is where you can find relations that implicates the increase in frequencies that result in a shorter wavelength, and vice versa. Do you still have that energy connection? Your higher frequencies recorrelating with the greater energy. To us all to throw the frequency and sound waves for the pitch determinations of a sound that is determined by our frequencies. Just to hear approximately, once again, 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz with your inner ear. And that goes even deeper with the propagation of our lower frequencies to be able to distinguish between the vibration of our being and the bass sounds that tend to travel further due to the lower attenuation. Although Ephesians 5:19 doesn't say specifically about frequency, but has the meaning inside of its words as frequency. Oh, have you ever wondered how your favorite song melodies travel through the air with the real talk of thoughts that you, the listener, will be here with your brother Cash, Dr. Pearson-Rahtu, preordained 1179 AD, in theology and logistic thoughts thereof, as it relates to the one invisible yet powerful concept of frequency. At its core, frequency is often, sometimes happens in a given time. In science, we often use to describe it as waves, especially sound waves, light waves, and electromagnetic waves, right? So then, therefore, the light, the visibility frequency of red light that has a lower frequency as given the opposite and unequal numerology of the color violet, has a higher, yet being parallel to the equal to each other's, to given within an angle of existence through its singularity parallel line, no matter which way it's turned. A true interconnection or internet is through the thoughts, the brain wave we possess to have the ability that emits different frequencies depending on your mental state. Yet once again, the mind, the thought process, that any and all collectively. So what do you bring? Alpha waves during relaxation or beta waves when you're focused on the human side frequencies and vibrations? Do you know many believe that everything, including thoughts and emotions, has a frequency? While this is more metaphysical than scientific, it is a growing ideal in the wellness of the spirituality and of having good vibes or vibrations. Yet once again, that often means someone is giving off a positive, high frequency of energy. That also gives sound healings that uses frequencies of 432 hertz or 528 hertz. You know, it's just calming. It's the healing effect that it gives, that wheel of being, that effective area of all frequencies. Think about that one. Why does it matter though? It's the understanding to using the frequencies of the great one that we all can help appreciate the invisible force surrounding us, the empowerment and health multiple ways. That is, if you choose to give and receive with therapy needed by understanding the frequencies we communicate, and even the mindset being aware of our frequency, being actionary to reveal that the world is more connected and dynamic than it appears. Whether you are a scientist, musician, or just cautious about life, check the frequency. It's all around, in every sound, in every color, in every signal, and perhaps in every thought. Start tuning into the frequencies that shape your world. Thanks to the true sound of creation, forces that has came through sound. Let me explain this one. I didn't write this, but it has been written. Genesis 1 and 3, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. The insight God spoke that creation into existence. That suggests the power of sound or vibration, if you ask your brother Cash, Dr. Pearson-Rahtu, preordained 1179 AD in theology and ologies and thoughts thereof. And that vibration through that medium, so this aligns symbolically with the concept of frequency. And you see how the power of words and voice gives about, because yet once again in Proverbs 18:21, death and life are in the power of the tongue. Our words carry power, potentially affecting others emotionally and spiritually through the vibrations or frequencies given to the positive speech of uplift to the negative speech that drains. A spiritual intake. Can you dig that on a spiritual harmonious that's tuned in to, like with John 10:27, my sheep hear my voice and I know them and they follow me? This suggests believers are tuned in to the frequencies of Christ's voice, or God's voice, or Allah's voice, or Buddha's voice. But it's that in tuneness, once again using frequency. The imagination of all spiritual alignment through that frequency. Even with vibration alignments, even Psalms 150 and 6 say, let everything that has breath praise the Lord. Worship can be seen as aligning ourselves with God's presence, like tuning in to his frequency through sounds and attention. Can you dig that? You see how vibration works in so many different ways, the frequencies, and it's just good. And I'm glad that y'all are here to share this awesome with your brother Cash, Dr. Pearson-Rahtu, preordained 1179 AD, in theology and logistic thoughts thereof. This has been an experience of frequencies. With so many concepts of frequencies, has this experience been great for the mind state to truly understand and to have that oneness with your deity. The quietness that's instilled inside of you so that you can hear and see with that first eye. Being your brother Cash, Dr. Pearson-Rahtu, preordained 1179 AD, in theology and logistic thoughts thereof. Are you feeling your frequency yet? Do you see your alignment and where you are within the existence of concepts of frequencies? May your inner and your outer carry